Hi, this is Heather, your psychology teacher, and I just wanted to welcome you to this course and give you a little tour of how things will go this semester. First thing you should do before looking ahead to any assignments is to click on and review all of the information in the banner at the top of the page. The syllabus, the course expectations, and information about group PACE classes like this one will provide important information about how to be successful in this class. There's also information about who I am, as well as a direct link to email me. And then there's a link where you can download the online textbook that we'll be using. If you'd like to save it to your desktop for easy access, that's a good way to use this book. I want to show you a couple things about how to use the online text. When you first click the link to open it, be sure that it loads fully, and then make it the full size of your window. And then move your mouse to the lower right corner and click this far left icon to fit it to your screen. Then you can see a whole page on your screen at one time. And as you scroll through the textbook, you will get a whole page fitting, so you don't have to do any scrolling up and down or left and right to read the page. Another tip that I wanted to give you is that you can find page numbers by using the Control F and just choosing a page. If I assigned page 125 to you, just use Control F and type in 125 to bring you to that page, rather than scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of pages in the book to get to where you need to be. So those are the two tips for the textbook. Use the Fit to Window button, and then use the Control F to find page numbers when you have an assignment to read in this book. Back on the home screen, you'll notice that there are some important announcements that'll be listed at the top of the course, and you'll want to be sure to read through those every week. The first one being at the very top of the page, and that is that our live sessions for this group PACE course will be held on Mondays from 11 to 12, and it's important that you attend those sessions. They might take up to an hour, but they won't always. It's important that you attend these sessions because they're worth 10 points every week, and they will be full of valuable information and lots of activities that we're going to do together. If you have to miss one and you know that in advance, please contact me so I know you won't be there. And then if it's a last-minute issue that arises that you can't make it, just contact me as soon as possible afterwards so we can talk about it and make a plan for what we're going to do about that lesson that you missed. Okay? And then below the banner are the other announcements where you should always check for new information. This first one here points out that there are two icons that you will see in your assignments. If you see this little blue book, that means you have to go somewhere to do some reading, generally this online textbook that I just showed you, but there are a couple other sites that we'll use as well. So if you see that blue book, it means make sure you read what it tells you to read. And then if you see this little orange circle with a film strip in it, that means there's going to be a video that you need to watch that's outside of the course itself. So be sure to pay attention to those two icons. And then each week there will be lessons for you to complete by Friday evening. You'll have until Saturday at midnight for the week to make up any work that you didn't get to, but definitely shoot for Friday to be done with them. And since this is a group PACE course, you'll have to stay on track with the class because assignments will close a week after they've been assigned. So this first week it tells you is January 20th to the 23rd. These assignments should be done by the 23rd. If you don't for some reason get to them, you'll have the 24th to do them, but finish them that week. And then the following week, you'll open up week 2, and you'll have January 26th through the 30th to complete these 3 assignments, and then the live session is linked in there as well. Every Friday you'll get a set of emails from me sent through a website called Education Portal, and it'll probably come from Instructor. So if that is not showing up in your inbox, we'll need to check your junk items and things like that to be sure that they're allowed. But you'll get an email from Education Portal every week. Sometimes you'll get several of them. Depending on what we have to study that week, sometimes you'll get just a few, but these emails will contain short video clips that you'll need to watch as part of your lessons. So when we looked at that icon before, the little orange circle with the film strip, it's usually next to instructions that tell you to check your email for an Education Portal video. And then Once you open it up, it'll tell you how long you have to view that link. You have 30 days from the time it's sent. So you can watch it right away if you want to, but you can also wait until it's assigned within that week's lessons. Inside the lesson or the link itself, you will have access to the video, which is approximately 5 minutes. They don't generally go much longer than that. They're nice and short and very informative. And then you'll also have a quiz to attempt after you watch the video that tests your understanding of that material. And it will tell you at the end that your results have been sent to your instructor, and you can retake it if you want to try to do better on it. But I am not looking at those points at all. I will not be using those points as part of your grade. It's really just a review, a self-check. I'm not going to be logging into the site to check how you did on these quizzes. So don't let that make you nervous or uncomfortable. Just use the quizzes to review the material in the video itself. And then you also have access to the transcript. So if you are a person who likes to follow along and read as you're listening to something, you can do that while you're watching the video. It's also on this video page. Just underneath the video is the transcript. It also is super helpful when you're doing the quiz, for example, to come back and be able to scan through the transcript to find answers without having to go back and rewatch the video. So the transcript is very handy. All right, and then once we get to the end of a unit, you've done, for example, the first 3 weeks worth of work, you've watched all the videos, you've read all the assignments, answered all the questions, then there will be an optional review material link at the end of each unit before the final assessment. So if you open that up, you'll see that there are some review videos that will cover material from the unit. And then there's also, of course, the note to go back and rewatch any of the Education Portal videos and use the self-check quizzes to check understanding. You can use that as a review. And then there's also a link to a study guide. And those review study guides break it down by lesson from the unit, and it has the vocabulary from the lesson as well as the essential questions or what you should be able to answer by the time you're done with each lesson. So what you could do at the beginning of each unit is scroll down to this review sheet, print it out, or go to File, make a copy, and call this your last name, and have your own little review sheet to fill in as you go through the lessons. You can use it as a note-taking guide and then use it to review at the end, or you can take your own notes in a notebook or whatever other methods you've created as an online student, and then just come back and use this as a study guide at the end. Can I answer these questions? Do I know what these terms mean? Can I explain what they mean to somebody who's never heard them before? You can use it either way. I wanted to just point out that they're here before the course started so that you know that it's available and you can determine which way will work best for you. That then should be enough information to get you started in the course. If you have any trouble at all or have questions as you're working on any lessons, please contact me right away. We'll be in touch pretty often as we'll have those live sessions each week. But don't be afraid to call or text me at this cell phone number or send me an email, whichever is the easiest way for you to communicate with me. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. And then just mark your calendars for Mondays at 11 o'clock, and we will see each other then. Looking forward to it. Thanks.